What is happening, Internet? K-Wing here, and apparently there was a massive leak about a huge plot point in the upcoming Joker movie. If you want to know what that is, stay tuned. Now, the following discussion is going to contain spoilers, so if you don't want the movie spoiled for you, well, then don't watch this video. All right, let's just get straight to the point. So the big spoiler, supposedly that leaked, has to do with Thomas Wayne being the father of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. And you're kind of like, whoa, hang on a second, how does that work? Well, a man and anyway. So Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is the firstborn son of Gotham that was cast aside like a leopard. Thomas left his mistress and stayed with Martha, and of course then had Bruce, and once Bruce came along, completely forgot about Joaquin Phoenix. This is the rumor. Now, there is probably some legitimacy to this, and it aggravates me because I was not too thrilled with the idea of Joker being responsible for killing Keaton's parents, because it kind of connected them in that way, like, you created me, you made me first type thing. It was just kind of like, okay, that's weird. So now the whole reason for Joker's anger and just disdain for everything and that the world is a big joke is because he is the son of the wealthiest man in Gotham who's been abandoned and left for his mother to raise him. And she is in abject poverty. She may possibly be sick. The only thing that she has ever told her son is to smile and just you get through the pain, just try to be a good person. And, for the start of the movie, a lot of people are going to really feel for the Joker. You're going to love this character. You are going to emphasize with this character, and you are going to hate Thomas Wayne. Similar to what the Telltale Batman games did, making Thomas Wayne a mobster. Thomas Wayne in this is not going to be a nice guy. He's going to be a political figure who is very corrupt, and, you wouldn't really understand why Bruce would mourn a figure like this. But, yeah, somehow they'll probably make this work. I also hope this has no ties to Matt Reeves' Batman movie, which is actually supposed to take place in the 1990s. So if Bruce witnesses his parents dying in 1981 or 1982, you could see how this kind of could set up what would have been, of course, Affleck's Batman, which would have been active in the, we'll say, early 90s, to now, of course, the new, of course, Roberts run, which is going to take place in the 90s. I mean, if they want to, they can connect these and have kind of a older brother thing with Batman and Joker, which it just feels weird. So before I get more into that, if you're wondering, how does the whole evil twin thing work? Is that a real thing in DC? Yes, it is. Batman has had an evil twin twice. Once in the 1970s, and again in, I believe, the New 52 with Scott Snyder's Court of Owls run. Lincoln March, who was kind of this twisted, evil son of Thomas Wayne. And you know how that went. He didn't like Bruce. Bruce didn't like him. And in the climactic fight, it looked like Lincoln March died. Although he's kind of been a pain in the side of a lot of the Bat family members in the New 52 and DC Rebirth. So chances are he's not, chances are he's still around, but he's just not used that much. Because people don't like the idea of there being like a bad seed for the Waynes. It makes people feel sad. They were these very kind, caring people that were, taken from the world too soon in a very murderous way. So when you darken these characters like Thomas and all he does, and secretly make him like this really bad guy in the Joker movie, it kind of takes a little bit away from their death as this, significant thing that happened. Because, he wasn't a nice guy. So another thing I'm going to probably just point out is I really believe that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is going to kill the Waynes. And that scene where he is telling Bruce to smile is after he shot them. So it's like taking place either at the funeral home and Bruce is outside all sad and, the good brother he is, he comes out and he tells little Bruce to smile. which would be really creepy. So yeah, Joker being the illegitimate son of Thomas Wayne because of a mistress thing, and just growing up hating secretly his father and probably his brother and just all this other stuff, and having that be the catalyst that makes him just be like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna become a serial killer, basically. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting movie to watch because personally, when I'm in the theater, I'm going to be rooting for the Joker in this movie. I think everybody is, until you get to a certain point where you see him snap, and then the world's going to get a little less funny. You know, I don't know if this is going to be the only time we see this version of the Joker. I hope not. I like the creative choices, especially the face makeup. If you guys didn't know this, it's very similar to Heath Ledger's Joker, but it's even more twisted and dark. The makeup that they inspired this Joker's clown makeup is actually based on a real serial killer from the 1970s. The blue circles around the eyes is more of a DC Comics thing, and that is actually from the 1970s Batman comics. And I know a lot of you are thinking with this supposed rumor, if it's true, a lot of people are like, but what about the Killing Joke? We saw scenes about him being a struggling comedian that having all these difficulties, and he somehow decides to become the Joker and probably murders all these people on this essentially Tonight Show type thing, which is actually taken from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, where Joker comes back after Batman comes out of retirement. And what better way to announce it than a really horrible event at a talk show type thing? So you can see some inspiration for that when Joker is ready to appear on this talk show, like with his swagger and his confidence. I mean, what's really fascinating about this movie is you see this man who's broken by all these horrible events in his life, and he's just trying to smile and get through it. And then, tragedy's going to strike him, probably something to happen to his mom or the lady that he's dating, and everything is just going to hit the fan. And rather than being consumed by that and destroyed by it, it's going to mold him into the crazy clown that, will be Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. And you can see the transformation in the trailer. You see him as a broken person, but when he becomes the smiling clown, then he has confidence and strength and all this other stuff. But of course, he's the bad guy. It's going to feel really odd rooting for the bad guy for any part of the movie, but just watch how they're going to orchestrate this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think about this? Do you believe that the Joker could be related to Bruce Wayne as a half-brother? Or do you think that this is a more far-fetched rumor than the Jason Todd being the Joker in the Suicide Squad? Let me know in the comments section below. I actually have some more Bat news later for you guys this week, such as Nightwing and Titans, and some other cool stuff that I can't wait to share with you guys. But anyway, have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys with the TMT Batman review very soon. Bye-bye.